What if I told you that the upcoming spring tornado season could be one of the most active ever recorded? Last year, we actually saw one of the most active tornado seasons ever recorded across the US, with a total of 1,780 tornadoes, which makes it the second most active year behind 2004, moving the historic year of 2011 into third place. Could the upcoming tornado season feature even more extreme historic levels of tornado activity? In this video, we'll explore how much potential the upcoming tornado season has, and by the end of this video, you'll know how many tornadoes to expect this year and where the highest tornado activity is expected. First, let's look at the ENSO, the El Niño Southern Oscillation, which has a significant role in the weather pattern across the US, and that includes severe weather activity. Currently, sea surface temperatures are cooler than average across the tropical Pacific, which indicates that we're in a La Niña. Typically, a La Niña features a stronger and more northward shifted jet stream. This enhanced jet stream pattern allows more storm systems to track through the central US and the Ohio Valley, encouraging warm, moist air from the Gulf to surge northward, especially across the south. As this warm air surges north, it also interacts with cold polar air moving southward into the central US, which leads to an increased probability of severe thunderstorms and tornado outbreaks, especially across the South, the Ohio Valley, and sometimes even the Southern Plains and the Midwest. The La Niña is forecasted to become ENSO neutral this spring, but even with that, there will still be tornadoes. But here's where it gets interesting. Notice how the sea surface temperatures in the central Pacific are a lot cooler than in the far eastern Pacific off the coast of Peru. This temperature contrast has been associated with a higher occurrence of significant tornadoes across the Ohio Valley and Dixie Alley, and some of the most intense severe weather seasons feature this same ocean temperature pattern. If you're looking for a long-range indicator of how intense tornado season is going to be, this is probably the best one, and this year it's looking pretty serious. Take 2011, for example. Notice how the sea surface temperatures from late February 2011 are loosely similar to February 2025 in a lot of places. Now, of course, the La Niña in 2011 was a lot stronger, but still notice the theme: cooler in the central Pacific, warmer off the coast of Peru. Even other historic years, like 2004, 2008, 1999, the same thing. Even last year featured this same exact pattern. So yeah, this is no joke. There are also some examples with less extreme results, but with still an above average season overall, like, for example, 2017 and also 2023. There's also another body of water that could impact this tornado season. Whereas most of the moisture coming from that fuels these tornado outbreaks? The Gulf. Sea surface temperatures in the Gulf are above average, which will lead to an increased source of warm, moist, unstable air that fuels severe thunderstorms, especially across the south. So those are three factors that are setting up the atmosphere for a highly active and possibly very intense tornado season. It doesn't mean we will see a historic level of activity, but it does show that this year does have a lot of potential, so there is the potential for that, and we do have an idea of where most of the tornado activity should be taking place. So with all that being said, here's my official 2025 tornado season forecast. The regions that could see above average tornado activity include portions of the South, the Ohio Valley, portions of the Midwest, and even eastern portions of traditional Tornado Alley from eastern Nebraska to northeastern Texas, all within that orange area. But the area that I really think is going to light up again this year is Dixie Alley, portions of Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, and even southeastern Missouri, the Arklatex region, and extreme southern Illinois and Indiana, all in this red area. These areas are most likely to see above average tornado activity, potentially even significantly above average tornado activity over the next couple of months. At the same time, parts of the Gulf Coast, especially Florida, are looking at near to slightly below average tornado activity, at least during the main part of the spring severe weather season. Now, during hurricane season, that might be a different story, but we'll talk about that in a future video. But yeah, overall, for many areas, especially in the South, I'm predicting an above average tornado season. Now, climatologically, things will start to heat up across the South in March. The severe weather potential shifts towards the southern plains in April and May, before then towards the central plains in June, then the northern plains and the Midwest by the beginning of summer. Things calm down later in summer, but then there's slight potential for tornadoes along the Gulf Coast during hurricane season, and then the tornado potential returns to the south during fall and winter. So that's the typical progression of tornado potential throughout the year. I'm predicting that the U.S. will see a total of somewhere between 1,300 and 1,700 tornadoes by the end of this year, and for reference, the average is around 1,200, so obviously this year has a lot of potential to go well above that number. It could even go higher than 1,700. Hopefully not, but you never know. But no matter the exact number of tornadoes, one thing is certain. We will see a lot of tornadoes this year, some of which will be intense and potentially catastrophic. Tornadoes are a very destructive and life-threatening weather event, and it's important for you to be prepared and stay safe during severe weather events. Make sure you have ways to get severe weather alerts from the National Weather Service and have a tornado safety plan in place so you can get to shelter if a tornado warning is issued for your area, especially if you live in an area that's prone to severe weather. That's the most important thing as we head into the 2025 tornado season. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful in any way, please be sure to hit the like button, comment below, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more weather forecasts. Extreme Weather Zone, out.